Hey guys, it's Lucid, and we've got this series with Phlegra starting right now, and it's going to be pretty cool. Unfortunately, though, we have an issue, and the issue is that at some point in the video editing, I kind of messed up, and I deleted my own voice, which is a problem. Normally, I would just re-record it, but this game is a roundtable game, so we've got several other people in the chat. They're going to introduce themselves. We're going to go top to bottom. Here we go. Let's see if this works. I think we're waiting for Crotus here.
Hi, I'm Crotus, and I'm playing Bandar Log.
Hi, I'm Draco81, and I'm playing Ulm.
Hey, I'm Annie, and I'm playing as Ease.
And I'm Satoma, and I'm playing as Man.
And Taurek can't speak, but Taurek actually maintains a good set of guides, so y'all can check out his guides. I might remind me, and I'll add a link in the description. So anyway, we've done this I think once before, a roundtable blitz, and so the way this is going to work is everybody can kind of talk. You will hear them normally once we get to episode 3. I'm going to do the video editing right, and I haven't lost the original, so you'll hear the normal discussion going back and forth. But for this one, again, I'm narrating over it after the fact. So we're recruiting a Tyrant, and we're getting a bunch of Helots. And I think we're looking at beefing up our forces with potentially some Cyclops warriors, because these guys are going to have a lot of hit points, and the nice thing about having a lot of hit points in expansion is they're less likely to die. And then they're going to heal between turns. So it's one of the issues with like really low HP units. And I think we're going to be going enchant 3. That's going to be for Strength of Giants, which is really good on units with javelins that you can mass. Okay, so we got a new turn.
I always forget to rename my prophet. God
So we're doing
damn
prophets. We got Wolfnuff, the Royal
I
Forester.
had a good one
Ulm,
prepared as well.
Dorsman,
Alright, this guy has to die.
and then we have Thor of Jotunheim, and then Akanda. And then, did we name ours? We might have. I can't remember. No, we didn't. We forgot to. I always forget.
I didn't.
Yeah, Arnie didn't forget. Okay,
Cosmos.
so okay, we're looking to expand. We have our prophet. We have this big idiot. And we've got a decent starting army. So we're looking where we want to go. We could go to this Deer Tribe place, but it's going to be potentially tricky. The nice thing about our starting army, too, is we get... I don't think the big guys will be led by the small guys, but... so anyway, we can have a second squad, which is going to reinforce round 2, which we can use this Cyclops. Because I think he has a little bit of leadership. So anyway... he can kind of join up. So we're going to be looking at probably the easiest target that's also going to give the most money and resources. And I don't remember what we decide here.
I got one with
this is what we're
light
thinking
infantry
about.
and long dead horsemen.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I remember what's happening here. We are bitching about our...
I think it's the easiest
About our
indies I ever got in the
because-
8th map.
We don't have hard indie types exactly. We'll have to check. I'm not actually sure what tribesmen those are. But we have a lot. Did we expand? I don't even remember if we picked anything. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we're waiting. We're chilling. Because this looks too hard.
You're over there, I think.
I think those might be...
Yeah, I don't remember where anyone started now, so this is going to make things a bit awkward.
Yeah, we're setting the default timer here. Okay, it's Bear Tribe up top. And is it Bear Tribe to the right? I'm not sure. The thing is, it's just too many troops. We could probably expand and win, but we would probably lose something. So we're just going to chill out. Like, south is actually probably the easiest expansion. I don't know if we checked it and there were knights or something, though. And again, I'm really sorry I messed this up and I'm having to go back and do it again, but... this is how it's going to be. It's going to be a reasonably long series, I think. So I hope you stay tuned and enjoy it. It's obviously already played out because it was, a blitz that it actually happened a couple months ago. But The roundtable blitzes are fun. Everybody makes a drink. We kind of chatter. There's not so much chatter going on in this game. I think the first blitz we did was a little more chatter filled, but I think it was a weird time for a lot of people too, so people were kind of sleepy. Okay, we got our first tyrant. And for those of you who kind of missed the national overview, where
every time your
this is
game sound comes
before
through.
the patch.
Yeah, I got it turned off.
This is before the patch where they changed. So we're renaming everybody like Hammer of something, like all weapons. But so this guy's Hammer of Retribution. But this is before the patch where they made it where capturing slaves causes unrest. So here you can just do it in your capital. You'll lose a little bit of population, but that doesn't matter. It's unrest. It's kind of a motherfucker. And anyway, so if you play Phlegra now, you won't do this. You'll want to move your guy out of the capital. But again, this is before the patch. But in exchange, you got a beautiful little slaver icon. So you can now see who's a slaver, which is nice.
That's interesting because all of mine grew in number.
But it's not a huge deal, though. Because honestly, you just move them into some other province.
Well, I got the shipwrecker, so I'm happy.
But not a ton of income. Okay. So now we're ready to expand. Even though we were really freaking slow.
So
what we're going to do...
with Blitz games?
I think I'm probably saying that I've played a few. I'm talking right now.
I probably have less than 10, but
12 or something.
Probably pretty close to it.
Okay.
I've played in one, which was the last one that Lucid ran.
Okay, so here's what we're thinking for the formation. We want to have these Helot warriors in front. They're going to toss their javelin. And then they've got 2 javelins and they're going to run into combat. We want these guys in a sparse formation, and then we want the giants on the flank. And the idea is they're going to just tie up the javelins are going to hit, the spearmen are going to run in, and they're going to tie up the troops while the giants percolate around and actually do most of the killing. That is the big... See, they're in a sparse line, which should allow the giants to get through. But, of course, we'll see. And I have not tested Phlegra a lot. Some games I really prepare for, and I'll like test expansion a lot. I think I tested expansion.
Already made a mistake.
So I'm a little risk averse here. Like I didn't expand my first turn when I might have been able to, but I did. That might have actually been the right call. Because losing your starting army, especially when you're doing scales expansion, is a really big deal. Okay, and right now we're resource poor, but we're gold rich, so we're going to turn that gold into gold rich troops. Okay. And let us see. We've got another turn. There's a battle in Batagne. And let's see if this hodgepodge formation has kind of worked. So my line fucked up. I apparently put them on hold and attack, which was not the intended plan. So I'm probably laughing at myself right now for being a big freaking idiot. Hey, look at these idiots. Oh my gosh. Just clown fiesta here. The good news is, these idiots are going to run back and kill their archers, which actually is not bad.
They've been done.
And if we kill a lot of their archers while these guys are just tied up in melee... See, but this part is not what we wanted. We want, like, these guys to kind of get tied up. Anyway, this was just how to not script a battle. So, pretend you didn't see this. Pretend, that I had tested this a lot, and we're going to just skip this. So, we are going to improve on the fly. We lost 7 troops because we fucked that up. We probably should have lost like 1 or 2.
Barbarians. Fucking Christ.
Okay, we're capturing slaves, which is nice. We're going to bring these idiots down here, and we're going to go back to the Flagrant Tyrant duty. And they're expensive, so that means we can't get much else. And then we're like, fuck. Okay. But it's worth it. They're worth it. Is this all we can do? Yeah, this is all we can do. Okay, so let's see how we fix this clusterfuck of a formation. So we're increasing Cyclops density by putting 2 on top of each other, and that way they won't be in a so spread out in a like a skirmish formation because they're undisciplined. And then please tell me I change it to attack closest rather than hold an attack. Let's take a look. Check that formation, Lucid. Oh my gosh, I flashed it up so fast I can't see a damn thing. I have no idea what I'm talking about here. Okay, I think I fixed it, but I'm not sure. Fire closest, what did... Oh my god. See, I'm sure with my original commentary this would make some sense. But I do realize visually...
Does it count as a
trying
failed
to
expansion
follow
if
what
you
I'm doing?
run into a group of Warlock
What
Knights?
would you think, watching my videos?
Because I'm expecting that to happen at least once.
Oh man, I hate it that I'm missing out on some of the conversation. I think people are having trouble.
Would be interesting if
and
you
I'm
killed
probably
my
bitching
knights.
about it that I
Haven't
fucked
seen
up.
that yet. In the balance, at least.
Okay.
That lake is just so large.
Just waiting.
It's going to be a problem.
Okay, this is what we're talking about is Yes. So Yes, actually, especially when you do random maps, they get a very weird situation
5.
where they get all the underwater stuff uncontested, especially if they're the only nation. And then they're better on land than they are in water. So they typically they get the underwater for free, and then they can get a fair amount of
I
land
really
for
think
free,
that
too.
8's really helpful for underwater nations. You get a lot of room and actually quite good provinces compared to other maps. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree with Ernie there. That's the truth. I think you can affect it a little bit.
Yeah, when I
think
do
they actually
8's
might have
maps
changed it.
and I have more than
but
2
it's
underwater
the truth.
nations, I usually turn off lakes because that's too much.
What I like to do is, have it a little. I like the lake size to be such that. Here we go. We got a new turn. You're going to be a little small underwater if you don't get any land. That's how I like it. But underwater nations are kind of a weird mechanic into minions anyway.
But then again,
Okay, we
as East,
fixed
you
it, guys.
really want to be on land anyway. I mean, East is a land nation. Should be a land nation.
Yeah, this would do kind of well with the coastal start, but I do
I'm
like
surprised they don't,
they're
start
actually
coastal or
vulnerable
something.
to water nations. There we go. Look, this is what we wanted. I mean, it's not perfect, but this is what we wanted. See, guys,
Well, if we
Practice
is a land nation,
while
at least you
streaming.
can attack them properly.
yeah, Yes would be interesting as a land nation, but it's kind of the paradox of Yes, is that they're actually vulnerable to underwater stuff, which they're like good on land, but their caps underwater. It's very funky.
What are unfrozens? They look scary.
Then I'm talking. Unfrozen are probably like the... I think they're a troop you get an enchantment. I can't remember if they have high protection. They might be, but they're kind of a mid... Like, you don't get them that early. I'm guessing he ran into that as a pop type, or it's part of a throne. And holy shit, we have already bumped into Jotunheim. So we're, of course, not very happy about this. Now, having a bunch of Cyclopses, that means we can deal with like some kind of little Hellbless shenanigans he could try to pull. Because we've got some heavy pipe-hitting Cyclopses. Now, what is our army doing? If we move our army back to our capital, there's no way. We're not that bad. If he attacks us, though, we do need to be prepared to defend. Not sure what we're going to do. I know we want to go down and take that farm. But it's a little risky, because then we could be cut off from our capital. And I'm always a little paranoid about getting rushed. Because the thing is, somebody gets on top of your capital, even if you can throw them back off, you're kind of fucked. Okay, you're going to go there. I think we're going to I think we, even though we don't want to take that in our cap circle, I feel like we kind of have to. But no, we're gonna go to our farm, which is risky because I don't know if map move wise we can get from that farm back to our cap if they rush our cap. So I'm obviously a little freaked out. Thing is, they wouldn't siege my cap down quickly. It wouldn't really be good for them to do it, but you never know what people are going to do. The criteria for really being able to truly rush somebody's cap are like you're in a 1v1 and it makes sense. You're you for whatever reason, either through mercs or through your national troop composition, you can siege it down really fast. Or you can just field so many expansion parties that you can afford to keep one to, and your sacreds are so good, you can afford to just spend one to lock down an enemy's cap and then come get them afterwards. But the problem is you end up tying up one of your own expansion parties, and you can't siege down caps generally terribly quickly. So, Jotunheim is a nation that can kind of do it in a way because I think they have hurlers, but they're not in that army. But, you know, there could be a train of hurlers coming behind them. What a way to start off a game. So I think we're going to take the farmland. We're going to hope he doesn't rush me. If he does, we're going to have to probably PD dump on our cap and some other stuff. But, yeah. We got a new turn. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. So we've got a battle we're going to watch. I think we're going to check events out. Misfortune. Province income. Sweet. Okay. Almost like we knew what we were doing with that troop formation. I practiced this. Especially one is your guys making... Like, what we did the first time is, like, the absolute worst thing that can happen. But this, we're doing it kind of like a pro. Troops making contact at the same time, wide front. Okay, we got the farmland. We've run into man, and they have moved off. So the good thing is we can field their second expansion party. We're just going to have a bunch of fucking javelins, and we're going to have these guys on a flank.
Oh, look who it is. I'd recommend not coming any further south, Lucid, because that's my cap circle.
And then we say, yes, sir. But
yeah, that's why you can have that one. I'm going northwest from where my guys are.
Okay, so we're probably communicating which ones he's going to go to, which one we're not going to. Now, we kind of want to build, usually in the fall, you want to make sure your first fort's under construction, but we skipped our first turn of expansion because Indies looked hard. And we've been pretty much doing a solo expand, so not looking so hot right now. Not looking so hot. Okay, I think we're feeling okay with this. So the formation, we had a bunch of javelin fighters.
Seems to be running way too good.
So I guess Ernie's having a good expansion over there. But I'm probably marshalling everybody, telling them to secure the coast, because we don't want Yis getting out of control.
Friendly Yis neighbors. I'd kindly ask you don't hurt.
Yeah. God, Yis is so scary if they rush you early game too. So it's like everybody wants to keep Yis pinned in the lake, but nobody wants to fight the Morvarks. I mean, they can just trade so efficiently with so many kinds of
I don't think that can be stopped at this point.
We're saying we can keep them in the water, but we can't. Okay. So this top army, we don't have the little spearmen. So we've broken our helots into two groups. We've got one group of javeliners, which are going to throw javelins. The other aren't going to throw javelins. They're just on attack, and they're meant to intermix with the Cyclopses so we don't take much attrition. The good thing, though, is our tyrant count is up. We have 2 tyrants now, so we're getting twice as many slaves from that. And our slaves aren't shitty slaves. They're armored, weaponed, equipped slaves. So we're talking a little bit about research objectives. Flying Shield is really good for our tyrants, actually. Like, really good. And then Strength of Giants is good. I'm not sure what else. We do want some construction, so we can... These guys can budget our budget super.
Lucid, were we doing the same thing as last time with Diplo?
And then I'm saying, yeah, we are. So the thing we did last time was you can use public Diplo for like the game, the talk channel for any kind of Diplo you want.
No, that's alright. I just messaged and I was just like, oh wait, hold on, that's what we did last time.
But
I've already broken that rule.
No private Discord messages. If you're going to do private communications, like player one-on-one player, you have to use the in-game messaging system.
Test.
And so that's obviously slower. Oh, hey.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, welcome aboard, Taurak. Okay, and now I think we're just waiting on one person. We're waiting on Man. And I'm kind of thinking about where I want to get my border. Like, if I get that province and if I get those 2, that would be really good. Because right now we kind of have a middling expansion. We're thinking about where we want our forts. Like, this would not be a great fort. It's a farm, but it's not a good farm. It's like a small farm. Small farms are just kind of like normal provinces. Because those are like independent tags that a thing can have.
It will be in a second.
Okay. And so we're asking Man if he's going to make his turn. Cool. I pause and, like, magic. Let's see what else. Okay, so we got this group expanding. Now these group of dudes are going to just ideally make contact the same time with the Giants, because the Giants are faster. And they get there a little bit earlier.
First failed expansion.
Somebody has failed expansion. In caves, of all things. Caves are tricky.
Oh, especially when there's 40 cavemen in it.
Yeah. Cavemen, got 40 cavemen? Guys, you have to fucking respect that shit.
I know, why do you think I waited so long?
40 cavemen is like... Oh my god, you do not fight them in a cave. Especially if you don't have dark vision. They'll just knock the living shit out of you. So that was good. We had good expansions. Okay, so we're steaming along. A couple people have, struggled to expand. And holy shit, look at that throne. Okay, so now we've got heavy cav and heavy infantry. This is not great, but it's not horrible. Our Cyclops warriors will beat the dog shit out of them. We've got Bone Tribe, which are motherfuckers. We've got Bear Tribe, which is easy. Now that we have a sizable army. And we've got 2 easy provinces to our right. So this is exciting. We want to get both those. And then we're going to seal off the harder provinces, which we're going to have to get to later. Now, I don't expect I can get the one farther to the west here, but that's okay. We're looking at, do we want to adjust this? And then I think we're going to scoot them back. Just fire closest, and then we're going to have them make contact. We're not going to do this like intermixing stuff at the beginning. But we are going to join up these armies because they're probably going to need to slam into the knights after this, and that will probably take some attrition on. You just... Sparse line here. And then... That's kind of ugly. See, I think that's not exactly ideal, because then my Cyclopses are going to trickle in through there, and then they're not even going to hit as like a dense pack. So I think that it should have been a smaller group, maybe in sparse line, and then they should have been on attack, just like we had it with the Spearmen, but below them. Okay, I think we're looking at scales where we're doing okay. 5 unrest. The thing is, our tyrants cause unrest. It's not the slave capture here, so still do have a little unrest in our cap. Is it the tyrants? Or it could just be we got an event. I can't remember. Okay. For those of you who don't know, like 5 unrest is about 2% income reduction. So. And who are we waiting on? We're done with ours, I think, right? Yeah, we're done. We're waiting on these slowpokes now. So we're time to do some Diplo. Hey, want a nap? 2. And I think he's going to reply back, though I can't remember. Why not nap 3? Now, I think the player man was the same guy who broke his nap in the previous Blitz for the win. It was Therados who actually won the last Blitz. So I don't know how much a nap with them means, but we might as well sign it and then not trust them. But we were kind of happy to see them break the nap last game, since we were getting tag teamed again. In my opinion, if you're getting tag teamed and just diplomatically you're being forced out of a win,
Definitely, man.
Next best thing is just ensuring the people that attacked you don't win. Which, in that case, Therados winning was okay. But at the time, when Therados started going for it, I had actually kind of gotten out of the 2v1. And I actually was in a leading position, kind of. I mean, Therados was ahead, but I think I would have caught up. Because I was actually really good in the score graphs as Pangea. We lost a little bit. Got some nature gems, got some gold.
Oh, he's just taken 2 provinces on the border.
Hell yeah.
Didn't realize 2 expansion parties were
Got
illegal.
mana on our north and south. Holy shit, they're insane.
Oh no, just when they're, you know,
It's a small map though, because there's
all
only
directed
6
at
players.
one person.
And then we see Bandar
Unfortunately,
Log,
it's
or
coming off
yeah,
in
Bandar
one
Log.
direction, and there's a giant lake
Got
on
War
the other side.
Shamblers, motherfuckers.
I guess.
Making us want to attack him. But we're not going to. We're not feeling weak. You know, we haven't lost an expansion party. We've got a good mix of like anti-player armies. Like these Cyclops warriors, they're gonna kill your gold bank, so it's gonna slow the timing of your first fort and stuff.
Given you got the 1-2 from your cap on
But if you get rushed with like the Hellet warriors are pretty killy too with their axes. So if we get rushed, we're okay. We'll be able to do a lot of damage. So we're gonna go take those barbs out. At 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8 in fall, which is not bad. I mean, we'll probably get our 12, but we might be a little under. It's gonna matter who gets the knights.
Nowhere else to expand.
I think I'm bitching in all chat about being pinned in by my neighbors.
To your left, 26, right?
Yeah, and I'm probably telling him I'm gonna move there.
Yeah. It's on film.
Oh, he wants that. And I think I've said, no, there's no way you're getting that. And I've said, if you want to roll for it, we can roll and see who's will bump. But I have so few provinces. If I don't take this, like, I just might as well give up. I mean, I would let him have it if I was really scared, but it's man. So they're not going to have, like, a Hell Bless. I don't think. And then we've got our big scary army. So I feel pretty comfortable bumping him.
No, if I take it, I'm 13. I'm really confused. Where's Jotunheim, actually?
God, I really wish I didn't ruin the voice conversation, because it was pretty funny. We were having like a little public back and forth about who's going to get that.
Yes, is going to be gigantic. Jotunheim's on the isthmus.
Yeah, Jotunheim expanded really fast, but they kind of have a bad starting spot. You know, they're kind of pinned in here, but they expanded really quickly. They have really efficient expanders. So they're not small. They're going to be pretty sizable. They secured their border, but apparently what's happened, and this is what people are talking about, is Yis has taken a fair amount of... We can't... I don't know if we'll be able to
So
see.
has anybody
He's
seen him
taken
on
a
the
fair
land
amount
yet?
of the land near the throne.
Yeah, he's got 73 and 93
So I'm going to look at that.
next to the
73.
throne at 85.
There it is. So he's made landfall
Oh, I
here.
know how Ammo or Scaleria feels.
So it looks like it's
He knows
Yote
how
Nine's
Scaleria
problem.
feels.
Yeah, I guess like given the big border I have with Yes Lucid, I would really like 46.
No, it's back
Like
to
you're the
back
only
in
person who
46.
doesn't have a border with them. And you have a lot of
This
other
is
avenues for expansion to the west. Like you've got 26, you've got 4.
Got 20. What is he talking about? 26.
Do we have 76 and 91 lockdowns? So we can't lay cop again?
Yeah, we're worried about Yes running through
Oh,
here and getting
76
all
is in
these legs.
man's cap circle, so
I
hope
do
so.
have both. I do have both of those.
Okay.
And I'm doing some hard diplo where he's really trying to negotiate for this. And, you know, there's some point, like, oh, I need it because I'm going to have to push Yes back. But honestly, no. Go fucking expand towards the coast. I'm not saying this, but that's what I'm thinking. Go expand towards the coast and kick Yes back into the sea. Don't say he's expanded into your land and then say that's why I need to give you stuff that my Doomstack's about to take. We can't only get provinces that are 1 away from our capital. Right now we have 1 province that's 2 away. Or no, 2 provinces that are 2 away. No, we have 3. Okay, it's not that bad. But if we're going to need that to hit our 12. So I think we were both counting. I think that was part of some of the calculus there. Or not calculus, but we were both sitting there like, how are we going to get our 12? And he's like, you can get your 12 by getting other stuff. And I'm like, no, I can't. Anyway. At the end of the day, the math and 12, and none of that matters. What matters is I was willing to bump him, and I don't think he's willing to bump me. Okay,